Burning Issues.
Right here on Melody 107.7 FM.
Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
From 3 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Burning Issues, igniting real change.
I am Mazi Chinedum Obion, a National Public Affairs Analyst. Keep listening to Burning Issues on Melody 107.7 FM.
Burning Issues, a platform for bold, in-depth conversations.
Where we probe critical, democratic, political, social, and economic issues and in our accountable.
Should Nigeria take from countries that have allowed foreign military strikes on their soil?
We engage seasoned analysts and informed voices
to break down the issues that matter most to you.
From policy to people,
power to progress.
And when you keep asking them why, you find the reason why your economy is not growing.
It's Burning Issues.
Right here on Melody 107.7 FM.
Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays.
From 3 p.m. to p.m.
Burning Issues, igniting real change.
I am Mazi Chinedum Obion, a National Public Affairs Analyst. Keep listening to Burning Issues on Melody 107.7 FM.
Of course, when you get that sound on the dial, you know what's coming up. Good afternoon, Lagos, and welcome to another fresh edition of Burning Issues right here on Melody 107.7 FM. This is your platform for bold conversations, informed debates, and engaging public discourse. I am Roland Imoyera. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
All right, Israeli is my name. Thank you for staying with Melody FM up to this point again and joining with us on today's edition of Burning Issues. We keep you informed, engaged, and connected to the issues, shaping Nigeria.
All right, now today on Burning Issues, we examine the growing debates surrounding the APC Senate primaries across the country, the victories, the political comebacks, the controversies, and the wider implications for Nigerians' democracy.
And one of the major talking points is the emergence of former governors and political heavyweights as winners of the APC Senate ticket, including former Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello, despite his ongoing corruption case with the EFCC and previous controversies surrounding his legal battles. Now,
many Nigerians are now asking difficult questions about accountability, internal party democracy, political influence, and what this means for the country's anti-corruption fight.
And to help us break these issues down, we are joined by our social commentator and public affairs analyst in person of Demola Ekundayo. Good afternoon, Demola Ekundayo. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me. Good afternoon.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon to our listeners.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so let's just quickly begin the program this afternoon. I want to start by asking you, Demola, what stands out for you in the outcome of the APC Senate primaries nationwide? We've been getting different feedbacks across the country for some time now. So what stands out for you in the outcome of these whole Senate primaries for the APC?
Oh, okay, thank you very much once again, LODFM. I think for me, it's a mixed grill. When I say mixed grill, I'm saying it's a mixture of bad and good. I do not see why a lot of sitting governors whose term will still be on by the time the election will be coming on will still get tickets. I don't see why somebody who still has a case to answer with EFCC will get the ticket of a party. Having said that, there are people that ordinarily, I said, they are deserving of their second term, going back to the Senate or even getting Senate tickets at all. So it's a mixture of misery for me. While I would say no to some, I would say yes to some, because some are deserving of the ticket, some are just not deserving of it. Whatever you want to look at, we must look at the optics. What is the morality? How do you tell people that you want to fight corruption? Nobody has pronounced, for example, Yahaya Bello guilty yet. The court has not pronounced him guilty because the trial is still on, the case is still on. So nobody has pronounced him guilty. But morally speaking, how do you say somebody who still has a case to answer, you will vie for a ticket under your party and you get that ticket? It's absurd. It is just absurd. So that's why I said it's a mixture of miscreant. Now, if you look at the governor of Imo State, for example, Hope Uzodimma, you give it to Hope Uzodimma that he's trying the little he can. So he's still, by the time the election will come next year, the guy will still be in office. Are you saying the guy is going to resign? But then, if you look at what they are able to do in Imo State, you want to say he's deserving of going to the Senate. As a matter of fact, he was a senator. He became governor. Now he's going back to the Senate.
Yes.
So if you look at all of these things, you see that it's a mixture of good and bad. But ultimately, I think the loser in this thing is Nigerians. That's what I would say for now.
Why do you refer Nigerians to be the loser of the outcome of the election? I want you to buttress more on that.
Okay, thank you very much. Why I said Nigerians are losers is, look, somebody who has a case, for example, to answer over 80 billion naira that we cannot account for now. If he gets to office, you are sure that he's not going to do anything to benefit Nigerians in any way. He will go to that Senate, not for him to to give any to sponsor any bill or to second any bill for the betterment of people of his district in Kogi State, but rather to give him immunity so that he has legislative immunity to an extent, so that his case will keep on going on, and will keep on going on and on and on and on and on and on. And the reason for his election into that Senate will have been defeated. So, if you look at it from that angle, you see that it is Nigerians, people of Kogi, in this instance, that will suffer for it. So that's why I said, look, the major loser in this, in all of this, is Nigerians. Take for example again, the governor of Ogun State. I don't have any apology for saying this. What the man has been able to do in that state is below par. You go there, you see it. And this is somebody is there, the former governor of that state, I'm not speaking for anybody. I think the best governor that state has had was Benga Daniel. You remember after Benga Daniel came Amoso. Amoso started a lot of things that he was not able to finish. He just started things that he could not do, that he could not finish. Then this man came in, he came in. It's as if the man has no clue as to govern that state. So bad that the state is so close to Lagos State, or he wants to leave Lagos State for Ogun State. You know that there's a problem somewhere. I was in Lambeth some months back, and what I saw actually broke my heart. So somebody like that has got a ticket. Has got a ticket of the party. So ultimately, if he wins and goes to the Senate, tell me somebody, what is the yardstick? What is the basis of him getting the ticket of the party? And because he's a sitting governor, there's every likelihood that he will get elected again. So somebody could not perform when he was governor. Is he going to perform? People say, because he's from Remo side, that I did a lot of things in Remo axis. And I'm saying to myself, is Remo the only place in Ogun State? So when he gets to that place, ultimately, if he gets there ultimately, maybe not. He will do the bidding of people of Remo. The totality of people of Ogun State, or Nigerians generally, they will suffer. So if you look at it, the ultimate loser in this thing are Nigerians.
It was reported in the news today, or since yesterday, that about 70 or thereabouts of sitting House of Assembly members now under the platform of the APC lost their tickets to come back into the House of Assembly. But that's not the question. Now, the question I want to ask is, what does the return of several former governors into active politics now tells us about Nigeria's political system?
Now, the coming back of a lot of them, let's try to be nice with all of it. Yes. It's just what we have been seeing all this while. Now, most of these guys that you see, I'm sorry for using that word guys, most of these people that you see, most of these politicians, they are self-centered. They don't have the interest of you and I at heart. So that's why you see a lot of people will go to any length to either get to the Senate or to go back to the Senate. All right? Look at the current Senate president. The man, he was not the one actually got the ticket of the party from Akwa Ibom State.
Yes.
He was to go for the presidency or something. And it's the same thing with the man from the former Senate president, Ahmed Lawan, all right, from Yobe State. Now, but because they are of their selfish interest, they must get the ticket at all costs, doing the bidding of themselves and not people who voted into office. So that's why I said the ultimate loser in all of these things are Nigerians, not these people, not the politicians. All right. So when they come back, those who if you cannot read the thermometer very well, you think, oh, my person has won. Oh, this thing to do for our region and all of that. But we look at the end of it, they don't care about you. It's about themselves. Now, a lot of politicians now, they are now putting their children in offices. Look at the Minister of FCT, for example. His son is going for local government, whatever, in River State. In Lagos, there's a lot of former lawmakers and all of them. their children are going back are now in the local government, even in House of Assembly, all over the nation. So it's not about you and I. It's about themselves. And they will give it whatever it takes for them to retain the office or to get to the office. Like I just said to you, the governor of Ogun State, tell me, if his performance as governor is the yardstick, will any party give that man his ticket? I remember in 79 and 83, when you have NPN, UPN, GMPP, NAP, PRP, all of these guys, if you are not worthy of the ticket of UPN, you are sure you are not going to get it. But you see, these days, what you see is, oh, because I have a godfather somewhere, or I have money and all of that, I can get it. And so when I get to the office, I don't care about people of my locality. I'm concerned about myself and the person who has been able to influence my election. It's unfortunate.
All right, so Demola, I stumbled on a video on YouTube recently about Ali Baba discussing with one on a podcast how politics in Nigeria works, and this resonates with the question I'm going to ask now. He did highlight how that some governors, after they are done with governors, they'll run from their court for when they are done with their tenure, and maybe, or some did not do well in that, they run and come to Lagos, some maybe Abuja, and then because of the lifestyle, where he said he asked somebody who was done with governorship election, who was done with governorship things, and then, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
He said he did ask the man that, why are you going for the Senate to the House of Senate? He said the man replied and said his business is not doing fine. Now, it's funny and not funny at the same time. But this leads me to my question to say that, what does the return of several former governors into active politics, what does it tell us about the Nigerian political system?
Now, you just answered yourself. You've answered yourself. Now somebody says my business is not thriving, so I must go back to. So it's now a business. You have full-time politicians now that what they do, if you have to fill a form and they say occupation, they tell you politics. As if politics is a profession that you go and study in school. Politics. A lot of people will see somebody is in his 70s, 80s. He's still doing everything possible to get to the Senate, to become the president, to get to become the governor. Why? Because a lot of people, you see them, once they're out of office for a couple of years, they are broke in a manner of speaking. They are broke. And so when you get to office, it's free money, privileges, and all of that. So why would they come back? Why would they want to go to the Senate? A lot of people, we don't even know what they do for a living. A particular Senate, a particular House of Reps member, and he was in the Senate. He was invited to become governor of his state. I'm not going to mention his name. We sat together in Kaduna. I sat in Kaduna. We were together in Kaduna. Okay. This man is stupendously rich as we speak. But the truth of the matter is, what this guy does for a living, nobody knows. What you don't know. All you know is into politics. And now says, I have the franchise of this, I have the franchise of that. And I'm asking myself, where did you get the wherewithal to get those things that you are saying you got? It's politics. So it is so bad that until that time, that the law for people to get into politics because of what they are to get is no more there. We continue to have this. People go into politics now, not to serve people. Like I did say, I'm not a young man, 79, it's free. We know what the people like NAP, this man, Dr. Tuji Brave with, the late Basma Aminu Kano, all of them, we know what they were trying to do, what they were willing to do. But that is not what you have now. Get to that place, get as much money as you can get, and you are good. But that was not the case when we were growing up. People went to those offices to better the lot of people. The UPN in whatever that time gave us free education, and up to today, the impact of that policy of UPN of that time is still different. in the entire Southwest, even up to the then Bender State. So, but we don't have that anymore now.
Some people have been advocating that we should make all these political offices less juicy and attractive, so that people that are going there will know that they are going to serve. But in your previous analysis, you did mention that most of these current guys in the power, these political office holders now bringing in their children to fill in or to kind of like take over, groom them now to take over from them. Now, the question I want to ask is, should Nigerians be worried about the concentration of political power among a few recurring figures?
Now, let me tell you something, Roland.
Yes.
It is so bad that a lot of the political class has popularized Nigerians.
Wow.
So that when election is about to come, you just throw peanut at them. They forget their suffering. They forget everything that has been going on with them that is not pleasure them, that is not good to them. And they grab that thing and they are good. So it's now left for you and I who are media persons to keep letting people know that, look, these guys, they don't have your interest at heart. So people don't know, because an hungry man is ready to do anything if you give him just maybe 1,000 of, we see this thing now, 2,000, 5,000 people to vote. People don't know. So it's not left for you and I who are media persons to keep doing advocates, to keep telling people that, look, don't mortgage your future by collecting 5,000, by collecting a bucket of rice and all of these things. It is that's nothing anybody will say. People will still continue to do it. Why? Because they've been popularized. I'll give you an instance of somebody. This man is from Kwara State. He has a Fulani and Yoruba blood in him. He's a popular person. I'm not going to mention his name. If he wants to campaign in the north, he will use a particular name that people of the north relate with. Yes. He will dress the northern way. If he comes to the south, maybe southwest, he will wear Yoruba attire because of the Yoruba, nature, the blood in him. And he will use a name that people know him with a Yoruba name. He will use it. He will go to the southeast. He will do likewise. Why? So that he can get people. But immediately somebody gets to office, he's not interested in all of these things. So it is for people to know that, look, we should demand good governance and not peanut that they give to us. Why? Because people don't know. And you will not blame people. Somebody who has not eaten for days. If you give him 5,000 naira, look at Boko Haram, look at these guys. It is because government has abandoned these guys. So just throw peanut at them. They are ready to do anything. Somebody will tell you, I've not eaten for days. I can die of hunger. So if somebody give me 5,000 and I eat for 2 days, and I take gun and I go and I die, is it not the same thing? Let me eat that 5,000 before I even die. Because if I die of hunger, I will have died without anything in my tummy, in my belly. But now if I die after and I take something in my whatever, if I die, so be it. So until that time that, look, we tell people that, look beyond what they give to you now. Look beyond the bucket, the bucket of noodles they give to you now. The jericho of of rice, the loaf of bread that they give to you now. Look at your future. It's going to be very difficult for them because of the situation of things in the country. But then we will not stop. We'll keep doing it. Until that time, Roland, this thing will continue. It's not unfortunate. Even if you go on social media now, you see a lot of people who should be demanding for good governance. They are the ones that will be supporting these persons. We call them data boys. Yes. Somebody that they giving is a personal assistant, is a personal assistant, a personal assistant. Maybe gets every month or something. It's left to somebody whose life has been mortgaged, but he doesn't know because he's getting 10,000, like getting this town, like getting that. So the onus is on you as media person to tell people, to keep saying to people. People will know.
So now, what message do these primaries send to younger politicians hoping to rise within the APC?
So I didn't get that.
I said, what message now do these primaries now send to younger politicians hoping to rise within the APC?
If you're talking about APC,
yes.
Except you want to not to be realistic. APC is a party that is built on turn by turn. So if you are a member of APC, you are sure that you have to be on the queue to get to you. Look at, for example, the present deputy governor of Lagos State, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat. Yes. Now, the guy, we heard that the guy was to be the governor even now. But somebody has to prevail on the man. Look, boy, take it easy. Let this guy take his time. I mean, do his whatever it is. Then you not come. Now, the guy has been loyal all these years. That's about 7 years now. He has been loyal. So after the governor now, this man will step in. So we know this is what APC, this is what it does. This is what they do in APC. So it's not anything new. It's only people, it is when it's not favorable to you that people will start talking. I'll give an example of the man from Isreal constituency 22 that has been everywhere. Yes. He became a member of the House of Assembly because of the same thing he's trying to fight now. So it's just that in APC. It's not a good thing, really. But that is the way the party has decided to conduct its affairs. If that is the way it's not left for Nigerians to say, look, well, this is what you do internally. So if you now present your candidate, we will not vote for that candidate or we will vote for them. It's for Nigerians to do. But there's nothing you can do as far as it's a party policy. You can do nothing about it. But you can do something against it. By the time they now present their candidate and say, look, because of this person is not the person who should get it from your party, we will not vote for that person. Maybe the party will have everything. But as we speak now, I don't have any problem if that is the way the party decides to be doing these affairs. Now,
let's even discuss this Yaya Bello's controversy a little bit. Now, you agree with me, like you did mention in your area analysis, that one of the biggest controversies from the APC primaries is the emergence of former Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello as a Senate candidate, despite its ongoing corruption case with the EFCC. Now, do you think its emergence has intensified public concerns about accountability in Nigerian politics?
Oh, sure. Very, very sure. You see, like I did say just now, now he has emerged as the candidate of the party. I think Kogi, Kogi.
I think it's the East, yeah.
Kogi East, right?
Yes, I think.
Now, there are people in that Kogi East who are not in support of his emergence. All right? So it's not there for them by the time election is here. So now say, look, we will not vote for this guy. If that is not the case, Roland, I'm afraid that's nothing anybody can do. It's so bad. It's a bad thing for us as a people that somebody who is going through trial is winning. I'll give another example. The former Senate Committee Chairman of Appropriation, the man from Isreal, Senator Imoyera Mishori.
Okay.
Imoyera Mishori.
Yes.
He won his election into the Senate that time when he was still having the case. That, as a matter of fact, he was somewhere with the police, and he won that election while he was not even on ground. But people voted for him, whether they voted for him or not. The truth of the matter is, he marched. And he was in the Senate, and he did everything that he would. If tomorrow Yaya Bello wins the election, do you think by the time he gets to the Senate, anybody will shout him that you are still going to trial? Do you think that will happen? The answer is no. So until that time, that people will say, look, enough of this. Or people will deliberately let people know that what they have done is not right. We'll continue to have stuff like this. Another example I'm going to give to you was Senator Omo Agege from Delta State. We saw the way this man left somebody to go and carry the mace from the Senate that time. And the man was still so bold, he was coming out to become governor. He was still so bold, he was coming out to come and get the ticket of the APC for Senate. Now I ask myself, people of his locality, didn't they see what that guy did that time? How come is the person you are still pushing forward? How come? Why? Because Before now, we have not made example of people who have done the wrong thing. We celebrate people that we should knock, people that we should condemn, we commend them. So for as long as that is the case, Roland, you and I will make all the noise that we can make in the world. This will continue. There's a nation that will not vote for a nation that will not vote for a Imoyera. Okay, sorry, don't let me mention the other person because that man is late. That cannot vote for people like that, and you are giving ticket to somebody with a standing trial. Nobody has pronounced it guilty anyway. You are still standing trial of allegation of over 80 billion naira. Tomorrow you are telling me I should go and steal money. That's what you are telling me. Once I steal money, EFCC arrest me, they take me to court, I'm granted bail, then I can vibe by the nation. But the money that I have stolen.
If I'm not mistaken, at some point this person was even declared wanted by the EFCC, if I'm not mistaken. But the question I want to bring out is now, what signal does this send about the seriousness of Nigeria's anti-corruption war?
Let me say this. Now, I think the present government is trying to fight corruption, truly. But the political will to go all the way is what is lacking. Let's be realistic. The government is trying to fight corruption, but the political way to go all the way is what is lacking. Then the EFCC, the ICPC, especially EFCC, high-profile cases or high-profile individuals, high-net-worth individuals, they think they will go after. I don't know, they are closing their eyes to those guys. But what you see them is going to the Yahoo boys, you go to hotel, go to whatever, to go and bust people and all of that. I read a story about somewhere in Imo State or so last week. Is it Imo State or Akwa Ibom State? That is it EFCC now? Is it EFCC or NGA? Like, I'm not sure either of the two. That they went to a particular hospital and tear gas.
It's EFCC, yes.
EFCC.
Yes.
So this is what you do. For high-profile cases that you should be running after the guys who are, you are doing less of that. So we are trying to fight corruption, no doubt about that. But then we are not going to hold up. The political will is not there. It's not there. How do you give tickets? Even if you are serious, the optics of somebody's trial to get the ticket of your party for Senate is sending the wrongest of signals that look, you are not serious about. Why can't you? We have seen cases where we tell people to step down, no matter how loyal this person is to the party, because of what is going through. You can tell this person, oh boy, calm down first. Let somebody. I mean, what you have now is going to be a bad market for us as a party. Don't try it. Don't try it. Even if we insist, you can make this guy to lose one way or the other. We saw what happened in the River State now. Don't we see? But how come you gave that person was able to get that party, that ticket? So you are sending the signal that you're not actually serious the way you want people to believe about your fight against corruption.
So now, from your summation now, do you think political parties should consider ethical standards beyond the legal technicalities when selecting candidates?
Absolutely. I just explained that. Absolutely. Even if Imoyera is the best candidate that could emerge, the fact that he has a stain on his name that the court is yet to clear. You can tell him, oh boy, morally speaking, please go and sit down. Go and sit down. Clear your name first and foremost. Then we now see what we can. There are other things that the man can do. I mean, that you can still compensate him with. If no matter, I mean, maybe consider it loyalty or whatever, maybe whatever to the party. You can tell him, okay, just please go and clear this thing first and foremost. When you clear, you come back. Even if you don't sell it, you can get something again. You can. So it's no brainer that parties must look at things beyond the legalities of those things. But look at them from the moral point of view. From moral point of view, how will people see it? What does it say about us? There are beautiful, good persons in APC. But when you have a case like this Yahya Bello thing, everybody will say APC. Nobody will say Yahya Bello. Everybody will say APC. And once you're a member of that party, you are painted in that that black whatever. And it's not good for the party and ultimately for the country. Because if APC is the guy in power now, and that is what the outside world will see as a country that cannot fight corruption, a party that gives somebody who's still going through trial his ticket. A country where his National Assembly is peopled by people of questionable character. They are in trouble.
Now, do you think this reinforces the belief that powerful politicians are above the law? And do you also think this will affect the EFCC's image, especially when politically exposed persons continue to secure major political victories?
Sorry, can I get that again?
Okay, I asked like a 2-in-1 question. I said, could this now reinforce the belief that powerful politicians now are above the law? And do you also think the EFCC's image is affected, especially when politically exposed persons such as Yahya Bello now continue to secure major political victories?
There's no missing that part. Absolutely. Absolutely. Don't let me break sweat over that. Absolutely. Absolutely. You remember the chairman of EFCC said if he doesn't get Yahya Bello, he's going to resign.
Yes.
Now, when that man came, when the man made himself available at the EFCC office, nobody arrested him. They allowed him to go back home. The guy went back home before they now arrested him eventually. When Olukoyede said he's going to resign, I would have thought that he would resign when Yahya Bello came to him, and he could not arrest Yahya Bello that time. But that was not the case. So it's like I said, don't give it to Olukoyede. The man is trying. But stuff like this will put your credibility in question. Will put the seriousness of government in question. So it's no brainer. I mean.
Okay, now let's go to the public perception and the APC image now. Beyond the legal questions now, many observers are also concerned about the political implications for the APC itself. Now, how do you think this affects public perception of the APC nationally?
Now, I don't like to bash any. Let me say this. Except we are not going to be realistic.
Yes.
The government in power now is by us of APC. And the government is saying, look, we are doing a reform. The result of reform will not be immediate. It will be later and all of that. That is the narrative from the government. No doubt about that. And to an extent, maybe I want to believe the government. But then an average Nigerian is not interested in rhetorics. An average Nigerian is interested in food in his belly. An average Nigerian is interested in his children going to school and be able to pay without stress. How many people, except maybe you're on a 1 million or 2 million per month now in Nigeria, you are not working. If you are highly below 1 million in Nigeria, you are slaving. So the perception of people about the party now is very abysmal compared to when the former president was coming to power. As a matter of fact, when the president was coming to power, it has gone down because of the policies of the government. Like I did say, the reforms the government keeps saying will be beneficial to Nigerians at the end of the day. But what people are going through now is not making people to buy any of that. So the perception of the government now, even the government had the best of intentions, is discouraging. People don't believe government anymore. People don't. Like I did say to you now, how do you tell me, for example, that a governor like the governor of Ogun State will get the ticket of his party to go to the Senate with what we see on ground in Ogun State. How do I marry that? The roles are because the thing that you enjoy, it is what they should do anyway. But now we celebrate when they do it for us. The thing that you should enjoy. I mean, it's their roles. Like I told you, I was in Lambe,
yes,
and I almost wept. Lambe is just about 2 seconds from Lagos, and you just see that difference. That now you are no more in Lagos, and if you are able to develop that place, you are going to attract so much money. Because government will go there, they will tax people, they will do all of these things to the government coffers. But you left that place, a lot of people will have be staying in that place and they'll be working in Lagos. But somebody who has been in power for almost 8 years has not been able to, and that person got the ticket of his party. Now, what perception or what impression do you want people to have about that party? It's a party of Ghanaian. But unfortunately, because this political class, like I did say from the beginning, has deliberately put Nigeria below whatever it is. So when you just throw small things at people will still come out and vote. So what you and I, what we are saying now, will not pay to its insignificance. It will be irrelevant.
Well, all right. Away from that, let me ask this: do you think, considering the image of the ruling Progressive Congress now, All Progressive Congress, that's the ruling party now, do you think the leadership of the party, that's APC, do you think they anticipated the backlash that followed some of this primaries outcome?
See, let's be realistic.
Okay.
And that is why when people said, "Oh, Nigeria is going towards one party state," I laughed because I know it is not true. It's not true.
Why do you say
APC,
so?
when everybody was rushing to APC, so you think you just come just 2 days ago and you get a ticket? Are you like we say on the street? Are you whining me? This is not going to happen. Somebody, I don't want to mention his name, from Edo State, he got a ticket on the platform of Labour Party. And because the governor, the APC won the governorship, whatever, in Edo State, and people are going to APC, you left. People voted for you not because of who you are, but because of the party under which flag you ran. You left that party, you went to APC, and you think the people have been there before you came. The party will give you a ticket over there. Are you whining me? It is not possible. It is not going to happen. So APC knew what it was doing. You can't shut your door against people. Come. But the truth of the matter is, we are the way we do what we do in this party. You must go and queue up. If you know you can queue, maybe tomorrow can get to you. But if you're not going to do that, come on. APC, let's be realistic. That is the way it's been doing its thing. And whether we like it or not, it has been working for it that way. So you can't just come from nowhere and you think they will just give you a ticket like that. It's not going to happen now. So APC knew what it was doing. It is the people who are rushing there who never knew what they were doing. Unfortunately now, a lot of them now, they've lost out. They can't go back to the party from where they defected and did not get the tickets of APC. Too bad.
So now, has the Nigerian electorate now become more tolerant of corruption allegations against some of these politicians?
Roland, nobody say you are more tolerant of corruption or indiscipline. Nobody say you are more tolerant.
Yes.
But the truth of the matter is, Nigerians, we are so battered, we are so dehumanized, we are so dragged in the mud that look, we just want anything to survive. It's not as if we don't know all of these things now. It's not as if we don't know them. How come you still have people on social media defending these people? But you see, everybody they find in Bele, it is as bad as that. So it's not as if you are tolerant of, all of these things now. In Yoruba land, that's what we call Ashiba. If you misbehave in Yoruba land, that time if you are a king, if you misbehave, they will give you a calabash. So you open it. It means that you go and kill yourself, or you are banned from that in that place. But that is no more the case. Because why? Even people will give you the calabash. They have collected money from you. So you can't even give them any calabash anymore. It is that bad. So it's not that we are tolerant of corruption or being disciplined or not. No. But see, an average Nigerian is looking for survivor. And wherever that survivor is going to come from, he cares less.
Wow, quite serious matters we are discussing this afternoon, because these are serious matters that has to do with the well-being of the society. But let's come to this kind of reforms that solve this problem. Starting from, we've highlighted quite a number of problems. I want you to talk about the reforms that is urgently needed, within political parties to improve credibility, transparency. When it comes to number one, the first one we highlighted, talking about politicians knowing what that they come to serve. How do we address some of those matters? Then number two, some of these internal crises too that we also highlighted. How do we address some of those things? Then to the public, because I do believe that we can't just expect a particular savior for Nigerian at this stage. It all lies in our hands. What then is the responsibility of the electorate, those that also vote? What should they do in order to better the situation of the country?
Sorry, I'm going to use the phrase that the former president used, the former government, the former administration used, the last administration.
That's late Buhari. Okay.
He said, the change that I crave begins with me. If all I am thinking that is the next person we should do, if we effect that change, then I'm not ready yet. Now everything, see, the people deserves the government it gets. Am I talking to you now?
Yes, you are.
We
Please
deserve the government that we get. For as long as we don't have a change of our mindset, that look, I collect money from politician, or my cousin is in power, he gives me this, he gives me that, I close my mouth. Even if he's not doing anything, then you are not serious. Because the people that you are bashing as politicians, for goodness sake, they are not ghosts. They are not from Afghanistan, they are not from Somalia, they are Nigerians. They are my people, they are your people, they are my brother, they are your brother, they are my husband, they are my wife, they are my cousin, they are my everything. Yes. And so people who are with them, that they are getting from their largesse, all right, that they will not trickle down to the rest of us, that will start praising them to high heaven. Are we ready? The answer is no. But when it doesn't come our way, there is corruption. But when it's favorable to us, it's connection. For as long as that is the case, you can do whatever you want to do, political reform, internal party mechanism, and all of this that we talk about every now and then. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. We heard when the former APC national chairman, Dr. Ibrahim Ganduje, resigned as the chairman of APC. He said he was resigning because of health ground, yes. And in less than two weeks, he was given another appointment. And I said to myself, somebody who said he's resigning because of health condition, that cannot be national chairman again. He has got a national appointment again. What are we saying? That is what, and nobody was talking about that. And that man, since that time and now, has been very active. Maybe behind the door, but at the back. Politically, he's been active. So somebody who said he has health challenge, that was why he was resigning.
Health issues has been resolved.
He has been resolved.
I said perhaps.
Perhaps. Oh, perhaps. So you are not even certain. So until all of us together we do what we should do. Forget about internal thing, because the people who get to these parties. Now you and I now people like you and I. If you have a wrong mindset from the beginning, when we get there, all we are saying now, we'll just jettison them, we'll start doing the way the party. Tell me, I don't want to mention names though. I don't want to mention it. A lot of people will know what they did. I'll give an example. One of the founders of the news magazines, when it was in the news, we know the news was from the former Tel magazine. Then you have Temple, you have the news. We know what Tel was out for that time. He became a senator, and we knew what this fellow was able to do. And you will have assumed that, because that time the journalism that we practice is more like activism. Somebody was coming from the background of activism. He gets to the Senate. You will have thought, but the guy it blended in, if that is correct, if that English, if that whatever is correct,
yes,
it blended into the system. And what do we see at the end of the day? So it is not about, it is about you and I as individuals, as Nigerians.
Yeah.
Am I ready to start that change from our own little corner? I tell people, if you are a lecturer, if you are sleeping with your students for them to pass, you have no moral right to be accusing the politician who is stealing your money, because the two of you are corrupt.
Absolutely.
So now, finally, Demola, now, what does this moment tell us about the future of democracy, accountability, and governance in Nigeria?
Well, I think the future of democracy in Nigeria, I don't want to say the future is bleak, in the sense that if you have good people, I don't want to sell anybody, but I know of somebody. Let me just give maybe one or two names. Well, maybe because he never got to office anyway, maybe. But the former presidential candidate of ADC in the last election, Dumebi Kachiku.
Yeah.
Dumebi Kachiku. People, until you have people who are principled, somebody like Osita Chijoka, the former transportation minister,
yes, and
former FRSC commissioner,
yeah,
until you have people like that who are not your run-of-the-mill politicians or people who have independent candidacy. But if this is what you have all of these professional politicians, we are still going to continue to have them. The future, I don't want to say it's bleak for the democracy in the country, and I'm not praying for the alternative.
Well, Demola Kudaya, journalist and public affairs commentator, I want to thank you so much once again and for joining us on Burning Issues. We do appreciate you as always and for your expert analysis always. Thank you so much, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day, sir.
And you too, please.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that has been today's edition of Burning Issues on Melody 107.7 FM, Lagos, Iyanokpaja.
Well, very engaging conversation there. Clearly, the APC Senate primaries have opened up broader conversations about political accountability and party democracy and the future of governance in Nigeria. But as always, the big questions remain. Now, can Nigeria truly win the fight against corruption when politically exposed individuals continue to maintain strong influence within the political system?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Now, don't forget the program comes your way every Monday and Wednesdays from 3 to 4 p.m. And can follow us across all social media platforms at Melody FM 1077. I am Roland Imoyera saying bye for now and enjoy the rest of your day.
And Israel is my name, signing off with that quote. I think I'm going to add it now to my quote that the change I desire begins with me. So play your part. Remember, make Nigeria a better one. Stay informed, stay engaged, and keep listening to Melody 107.7 FM Lagos. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Melody 107.7 FM. Magic.